Hello everyone, this is the Kia EV3 and today we're gonna look at the car when it is dark. If you are interested in buying this car, you wanna see how the illumination is in the car, outside the car, when you drive, and then of course how the auto high beams are, because I'm gonna test this all. It's soon gonna be very dark. Let's test it out. This video is brought to you by A Better Route Planner, the route planner for EVs. Hundreds of cars are supported. Choose your configuration, plan your route with the charging network that you want to prefer or charging networks that you want to avoid. If you're a premium member, you can use real-time weather forecast and traffic information, and you can also use A Better Route Planner in your car with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Use the link in the description to support the channel and use A Better Route Planner Premium for 30 days for free. First, let's look outside, and I don't see anything that's specially illuminated except for the charge port. There's a little light here for the charging thing. And this of course indicates when you're charging, how it's charging, if there's an error message or something. But other than that, there's no projection from the mirrors down or anything. Nothing else is illuminated. And the door handles are also not illuminated. The trunk, by the way, has only one light here on the left, and then of course the button to close the trunk is also illuminated. Let's look at the rear seats, and in the door there's nothing illuminated except for the button for the window opening. The light in the rear, two lights up there, really bright, amazing. But other than that, nothing is illuminated. The USB-C ports are not illuminated, no ambient light back here. In the front it's a bit different. Here in the door we have a light, then we have ambient light, all the buttons are illuminated. The foot area has nothing, but we have ambient light down here and then going across the front, and the same for the passenger side. We then have two big lights here on the ceiling and they illuminate everything very, very well. We have an extra light underneath here for the mirrors that you can turn on. But here in the front, really everything is illuminated. All the buttons on the steering wheel, all the buttons up here, the USB-C ports are all illuminated, even the buttons here in the middle console. That's awesome. Our settings in the infotainment system. When you go under lights, you have the ambient light, the brightness, linked to drive mode, so it changes color depending on your drive mode, and dimming under darkened conditions. Then we have the one-touch turn indicator, so when you just tap the indicator it can be off, so it just does it once, 3 times, 5 times or 7 times. Welcome mirror or light, when you unlock the door and when you approach the car, lights will go on. Headlight timeout, this is when you get out of the car for 15 seconds, the lights will be on. High beam assist, interior lights on, this button switch light will stay illuminated even in daylight conditions. Let's look at the light. First, turn the ignition on. I have off. Do I have low beams? Yeah. I have the day driving lights, normal driving lights, which is also auto. Then we have the fog lights, indicator, brake, and reverse. Then the front light, day driving lights, the low beams. We don't have fog lights in the front as far as I can see. The indicator and the high beams. So let's see how the car is when we drive and everything turns off in here. So it's really everything illuminated. You see everything. I can adjust the ambient light if I need to. If I need a light up here, I have the distraction warning on and I didn't look on the road. Oh yeah. Beepity beep. But really every button is illuminated, all cool. And the screens have a good brightness, so they're not too bright or too dark. And you can adjust, of course, the brightness in the infotainment system. You don't have the button on the left side of the steering wheel as in the EV6, I think, where you can adjust the brightness just with a button. That doesn't exist. But now it's finally time to look at the light while we are driving. These are the low beams. They look good. Not very far, but I say it in almost every night video. This is very common now. Then the high beams, if I flash, oh my god, that's a big difference. And now I have the adaptive high beam assist on, which means when a car is coming towards me or someone is driving in front of me, and the camera detects it, the camera is right in the middle here in the front windscreen, it will turn off the high beams, and when the car is gone, it will turn them back on. Turn off the high beams. And I want to see if reflection of traffic signs can do that as well. I see that the reflection of the traffic signs is bright, but it doesn't turn it off. That's good. It also doesn't turn off when there's a car here on the side. Yeah, it turned off for the car coming, but not for the car that's here wanting to get out of the road. And then it turns back on. And see if those lights, if it thinks there's a car in front of me, but these are traffic things. No. Oh yes. Ooh, interesting. And I get it. Red lights. Could be a car in front. So it turns the high beams off very, very fast when it sees a car. And then after the car, it takes 2 seconds till it turns the high beams back on. It would be nice if you could adjust it to maybe 1 second. Half a second is maybe too much. Then you have to, when there are more cars coming, you have the on-off thing. But 2 seconds maybe a tiny bit too long. It depends on the traffic, of course, but if it's a lot of traffic, then you just turn the high beams off completely. So how you interact with the high beam assist is when the light is in auto and the auto high beams are on, like now, and then you push the light button towards you, then it turns the high beams completely off. If they are on like now and I push it away from me, I go into normal high beams. That means I have to turn them off. If the high beams, the auto high beams are activated but the high beam is off and then I push it towards me, I will flash. Like now. But it also means when you are in auto high beams and it's off because there's a car in front of you, you cannot turn auto high beam off except for switching it to out of auto, so the whole light. Because if I push it towards me, I flash. If I put it away from me, the normal high beams are on and I have to turn them off. So I'm flashing someone. But overall, the Kia EV3 at night is totally fine. The light here in the interior is very bright. You can see everything in the trunk. That one light is enough in my opinion. The light looks good. Ambient light would be nice to have a bit more colors and a bit more adjustment. That would be nice. By the way, there is light in the foot area. I see that right now. But it's very, very dark. Maybe it's just a light that comes from the middle part and from the door. Maybe it's not a light that is in the foot area, but the foot area is a bit illuminated through those lights. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BatteryLife1, and if you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description below. And here on YouTube, there's also channel membership. And if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes on my third YouTube channel, I started vlogging. Check out Behind the Battery. But that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.